Hey guys, it's Michael from Conquer Chemistry. In today's video, we'll be going over a quick and easy way to write electron configurations. And that's by using a periodic table. So I have a periodic table right here, and we've broken down into several components. So starting from the first two columns, the first two columns is called the S block. And to determine which S level you are, you can just take a look at which row, and I have the numbers written down right here. So this you would say it's the 1S, that's the 2S, that's the 3S, that's the 4S, so pretty much whichever row, and then you add an S. Next block that we're going to talk about, also helium, although it's over here, it's technically part of the S block. So you can think of helium as the S block, and I've color coded in red to help you see that. Next block we're going to talk about is the P block, and the P block is sent from the column from boron to neon. And the P block, this is going to be called the 2P because it's in the second row. This right here is the 3P because it's in the third row. This is 4P, etc. And then the next block is the transition metals, and that's from the group of Sc to Zn. And this is the D block. The D block, it's going to be the row number -1. So this part, instead of being 4D, it's actually 3D because it's going to be the row -1. This is going to be 4D because it's 5 -1, and then this is 5D. So pretty much the D is going to be the row -1, and then the last block that we're going to talk about is the block down here, and this is the F block. And the F block, it's going to be the row -2. This right here is actually part of the sixth row. You can take a look at the atomic numbers. You can see this is 57, and then this is 58. So that means this is supposed to be fitted in right here afterward. So that means that this is the sixth row, and then this is the seventh row. So this is going to be called 4F because it's going to be the row -2, and then this is 5F because the 7 -2 will give you 5. So once you have understanding of that, then we can move on and talk about electron configuration. So we have a couple example questions right here that we're going to work through. We're going to write both the Foe and the noble gas notation electron configuration for the following elements. Let's start with number 1, oxygen. The best way of thinking about it, when I was learning chemistry, the way that my teacher taught us is that you're sort of playing Monopoly, and you're starting from nitrogen, and then you're just walking along the periodic table until you reach the element that you desire. In our case, we're going to walk until we reach oxygen. So starting from hydrogen, we first have to talk about which block that element's in. This is in the 1s block, so we'll put 1s. And then how many steps do we have to walk in this block to move on to until we reach to the element that we want? And we're gonna have to walk one step and two step because this is technically helium over here. So that'll be 1s2. And then once we finish, we walked helium, then we have to move on to number 3. And number 3 is in the 2s block. So we'll put 2s, and in this 2s block we have to walk both of these before we can get to oxygen. So there will be 2s2 because we have to take 2 steps in the 2s block. And then after we finish the 2s block, which is number 4, we move on to number 5. And this right here is in the 2p block. So then we'll put 2p, and then how many elements we have to walk on until we get to helium? To oxygen, and it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So then it'll be 2p4. Then the full electron configuration for oxygen will be 1s2, 2s2, and then 2p1, 2, 3, 4. So this tells you the energy level or the row. This tells you the sublevel, whether it's in the S block, the P, the Ds. And then this number right here tells you how many electrons are in that sublevel. So that would be the full electron configuration. Now for the noble gas electron configuration, this is the shortcut. This is where you can go to the last noble gas before the element that you're looking at. So the last noble gas before oxygen is helium. So we're just going to put brackets, put the last noble gas in the brackets, and then start off after helium. So after helium, we have 2s2 and then 2p4. Pretty much the electron configuration of helium is 1s2. So instead of writing that, we can just write helium. Okay, let's take a look at the next sample, which is potassium number 19, which is over here. So then, to start, we begin at number 1, which is hydrogen. So we have hydrogen and helium, and so we have to walk both those steps before we can get all the way down to number 19. So this would be the 1s block, and we have to knock out both those elements. Then we move on to the next block, which is 3 and 4, and that would be the 2s because 2 and s. And we have to we have to knock out both those elements as well before. So there'll be 2s2, and after we finish 2s2, we move on to the next block, which is this block right here, and that would be the 2p block. And we have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, we have to get all the way to number 19. So I have to walk all those elements. So that'll be 2p 6, because that was 6 things I have to knock out. Then after I finish with number 10, I have to move on to number 11. And number 11, this is in the 3s block. And for that, I have to knock out both those elements. So that'll be 3s2. And then after I finish number 12, I move on to number 13. And number 13 is in the 3p block. The 3p, and then we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 3p6, and then after we finish on number 18, we move on to number 19, which is the element that we want, which is potassium. And number 19, this is in the 4s block, and we only have to walk one step here to get to potassium, so that'll just be 4s1. Now for the noble gas, or the shortcut notation, we go to the last noble gas. So the lots of words there. The last noble gas before potassium is argon. So we'll put argons in brackets, and that pretty much just covers all of this, because this is a configuration of argon, and then we start with 4s1. Because we got an argon, and then moving on to just 4s1, and that is potassium. Hopefully this is making sense so far. And the next one we're going to look at is PD, which is number 46. And this is going to be a little bit of a longer one. So hang on here. I'm going to move a little quicker as well, so because hopefully you're understanding how to figure out which orbital at sublevel and then how many electrons there are. So PD is number 46. It's over here. So we'll start with 1s. It'll be 1s2, because that's going to be the hydrogen and the helium. And then moving on to this will be 2s2, and then this right here, 2p6, and then moving on to this is 3s, and there's 2 of them, so 3s2, and then moving on to this is going to be 3p, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3p6, and then moving on to this is 4s, 4s, and there's 2 of them. And then we have this right here. This is the D block. So remember, the D block is the row -1. So it's not 4D, it's 3D. And there's 10 in there. 3D, 10. And then this is the P block, and that'll be 4P, because in the P is just the row the row number. So that'll be 4P, and there's 6 there. So 4P6. And then we move on to, after the 4P, we move on to number 37, number 38. And that's 5S, and there's 2 of them. And then the last thing, we are in the row that has the element that we want, and that is the D block. And again, remember, it's the row -1. So instead of 4D, instead of 5D, it's 4D. So it'll be 4D. And how many elements do we have to walk until we reach PD? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then that'll be PD, or 4D8. Now for the shortcut notation, we go to the last noble gas before PD, and that's krypton. So then we go write the krypton in brackets, and then after the krypton is the 5s. So we just continue from the 5s, so it'll be 5s2, 4d8. All right, last one is CE, which is all the way down here, and this is going to be a little bit longer. So hang on me here. A lot of times classes don't ask about elements, ask for the electron configuration for elements in the F block. So if you don't learn anything in your class, just skip this part of the video. But if you do need to know how to write electron configuration for elements that are in the F block, then just follow along. So we'll start CE, start at hydrogen. So this will be 1s2. Then this is 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p, and you have 6 here, the 3p6, 4s2, this 3D, because row -1, 3D, and there's 10 in the D block, 3D10, and then after you finish with that, you're over here, and that's going to be 4p6, and then this is 5s2, this is 4D, because row -1 again, 4D10. And then after you finish that, you're over here, so that'll be 5P, and that'll be 6. And after we finish 5p, we're on to the 6th row, so that'll be 6s2. Remember, we're trying to go for number 58. So we just finished number 56. Now we're going to go number 57. So for 57, notice it's just 57, and then we have to move on to 58 here. So 57 LA, that is in the 5D block, because that's the D block, and D is going to be the row -1, so it'll be 5D, and there's only one element that we can walk here before we have to move on to 58. So that's just going to be 5D1. Then after we finish with LA, we're going to move on to this CE, which is what we want. And the CE is in the sixth row, but it's in the F block, so it's actually going to be the 6 minus 2, so it'll be 4F. And we just have to walk one element to get to CE, so that'll be just 4F1. And then for the shortcut or noble gas configuration, we go to the last noble gas before 58. Now, the last noble gas before 58 was 54, which is xenon. We'll put xenon in brackets and then start at 6s. So we'll just continue right here. 6s2, 5d1, and 4f1. I know the last example is a little long, but most of the time you won't have to do that in your class. Most classes will only ask about number 1, number 2, possibly number 3. So there you have it. That's how you would figure out and write the full and noble gas electron configurations for any element on the periodic table.
If you want to learn how to ace chemistry, if you want to learn what's the best way to study for this class, if you want to learn some neat tricks and tips to take into your exam and do better on them, then you should head over to my website and get this free guide, 12 Secrets to Acing Chemistry. You can head over to www.conquerchemistry.com/chemsecrets. I'm going to include a link in the description below. Check it out. I think it's really going to help you, and you're gonna like it. Until next time, keep working hard and continue the good work.